Salamun alaikum, dear Muslim believers. The displeasure and anger shown by non-Muslim towards the Holy Quran is because of its fake translation, and such unjust translation are sugar-coated and explained by Sunnis famous scholars like Dr. Zakir Naik and other fake mullahs and feed into brain of innocent human beings. Today I would want to raise a very important topic in my message. Maa Malakat Aymaanukum, to mean female slaves, is forcefully inserted in the Quran by criminals in order to fulfill their perverted desires. They feel pleasure in capturing the women of non-Muslim during the war and keeping them as slaves and taking them as slaves and keeping them as sex slaves with addition to their own wives. However, if same is done with Muslim women by non-Muslim men, I wonder if they will accept. They don't believe in keeping boyfriend girlfriend, but however they will sugarcoat and justify the crime of female sex slaves. No doubt they are professional liars. Whereas Quranic word Maa Malakat Aymaanukum equally protect women and their rights and give them ownership of their husband and their belongings. Likewise, the same word Quranic oath of marriage Malakat Aymaanukum equally protect men and their rights and give them ownership of their belonging and wives. So the correct translation of Maa Malakat Aymaanukum, the correct translation of Quranic oath of marriage is your oath of possessing ownership. Your oath of possessing ownership. In chapter number 23, verse number 5, God says, "And those who guard their private parts with any but their spouses, those with whom they took a firm oath of possession, behold, they are free of all blame." Slavery is despicable practice invented by mankind. God advocated the freeing of slaves in many verses under various situations. There is no doubt that God calls for freeing slaves indicates God's disapproval of this despicable practice. It would not be righteous for any believer. It would not be righteous for any believer to go and buy a slave. The Quran advocated equality of all people, and that only attribute one human from another is their reverence of God. In chapter number 49, verse number 13, God says, "However, a slave is not equal to his master in the social standing. A slave is not equal to his master in the social standing, and so to go out and buy a slave would be to act in violation of God's law of equality that is set in the glorious Quran. It goes without saying that all slavery found today is in direct violation to the Quran. If God's instructions were followed from the time of the revelation of the Quran, slavery have been abolished a long time ago. Inshallah, we'll see you next time. Salamun alaikum.